Hi, welcome to yet another video about a meaningful topic. Today I have with me Mr. Satyan Kamath, who was an IT professional and then turned a certified counselor and a volunteer who supports causes close to his heart like helping the underprivileged people. Welcome, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
It was International Men's Day on November 19th, and all the brands were setting social media on fire, talking about what it means to be a man in 2021. And it was really surprising and heartwarming to see the kind of message they were trying to put out there. As a certified counselor, can you tell us how important it is for men to speak about their feelings?
This is a very important question and a very nice question, I feel, because as you know, it's always the focus has always been on women.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to sound discriminatory here, but the reality has been that because basically the conditioning right in the Indian environment, the conditioning right from childhood has been like be a man, be strong, don't cry. These are all the words which we have been conditioned and grown up with. But as as a counselor, I would say men are no different than women, except of course in the structure and things like that. Men also have feelings, and it's very important for them to speak out their feelings. And it should be imbibed in them from childhood that it's okay to cry, it's okay to feel weak. And speaking out your feelings is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of strength.
Absolutely.
I think also the entire fabric has changed in this past decade with so much of pressure on both sexes, men and women. But I feel for sure that for a man who has a lot of pressure in terms of handling EMIs, house EMIs, car EMIs, and then education and everything going up, becoming so costly and all that. He definitely needs to vent. He definitely needs to vent, and it's very important, therefore, to go and speak to a mental health professional.
Yeah. And I think for most people, it starts with speaking out to their family members at least, because
Yes.
men don't even do that. They don't even confide in their family members.
Yes, and I think added to that is the advent of our dear gadgets, if we may say that. So that has added to this problem where everyone is in their rooms with their respective gadgets. Hardly anyone talks to each other. Long work hours, even if you're working from home, everyone is so immersed in their work. So there's very little time to interact. So I think time should be set aside by every family to talk to each other, and especially men to vent out their feelings.
That brings me to my next question, which is how has the meaning of be a man changed in the last decade?
See, India is such a country that the demographics are clearly into rural and urban. So if we are looking at urban setup, then I think a lot of things have changed for the man also, and men have taken a role of contributing severely, quite a bit into family life. Like a lot of men are now taking on household roles, taking a sabbatical and allowing the wives to work full time and taking care of the children at home and things like that. Cooking, I think cooking, things like that. So I think a lot has changed in the last decade, and on the urban scenario. But in the rural scenario, I think it's still a lot needs to be desired. A lot more needs to be improved, I can say, because it is as it is. It is getting worse and post-pandemic. I think things are really getting very very bad in terms of financial and economic conditions, emotional and mental conditions, and things like this. So there's a lot to be desired more on the rural scenario.
This is from your experience that you're seeing
Yes,
it's
yes,
getting worse.
absolutely. And it's taking a severe toll, I think, on health issues, both physical and mental. And the rate of suicides have increased, the rate of illnesses have increased, not just COVID. So things like that. So
Just not for men.
just not for men.
Okay.
For everyone.
From your experience, what are the different kinds of pressure that men are put under to perform, to be manly, to not show their vulnerability?
Right from childhood, it's been ingrained and conditioned in us that you need to be macho, and you need to be manly, and you need to settle down fast. You need to go study well, get a job. So the pressure is always there, on us men, and you need to fend for your family all for the rest of your life and things like that. So that has played on the psyche, I think, of people, and added to that also, media and everything all along. The past few decades on how important it is to be manly and macho and all that. Personally, I feel in India, when you are married, you are basically married to the entire extended family. And so, for a man, his whole family becomes important. It's just not his wife, it's just not his children, it's his parents, it's his in-laws. So, he becomes responsible for a lot of other lives as well, and so that much more pressure on him to be a man, kind of stuff. So that needs to be looked at with empathy, I feel, and there should be a way forward for that.
Okay. Yeah. And do you think there is pressure in terms of in the work culture? If you're a man, the things that are expected out of you are just different compared to a female employee.
Yeah.
Now, I think that equation is changing.
Yeah, that has changed. That I think has changed, and
Yeah.
that has changed unless it comes to sexual harassment. I think then it's only a one-way street where again the man is always the abuser or whatever it is. Whereas there are so many stories where men have been abused, but that doesn't seem to come out, because if you try to bring that out, then it can be reversed on you, and so that also needs to be factored in. I think the answer is in the question itself, right? Because see, to be macho and manly itself is a pressure by itself. And also with the fact that men don't speak out very openly, about their feelings and all that. So that is a very big pressure. Sure.
The last question of this video is, how can society normalize men being vulnerable, speaking about their emotions, and even crying? It's normal sometimes to see a woman on her bad day crying in office, and then people empathize with her.
Correct.
But if you see a man doing that, in fact, I've not known anybody seeing a man doing it. But I'm sure there are men who want to let it out, right?
Yes,
How can we normalize it?
I think, like I said earlier, right from childhood, the mother being a primary, significant factor in the family should encourage if she has a son, and actually should be treated. Both sexes should be treated equally, and the boy should not be made to feel saying that you're a boy, be strong, and use those kind of words and all that. If he cries, why are you crying? These are the things which are really which make the person vulnerable, the male vulnerable. So I think at a younger age, if this happens, and I'm sorry to say, but there is this saying, woman is the biggest enemy of women. So there is a big contradiction these days. If on one hand everyone says that women are strong and women are very good and things like that, I completely agree and respect. But on the other hand, we have in our social fabric the women teaching their son to ill-treat the daughter-in-law or to partake in ill-treat the daughter-in-law and things like that. When you yourself are having a daughter, on the other hand, and things like that. So that creates another pressure on the male member or the male son, and he gets his mind messed up while growing up and things like this. So all this needs to be corrected at a younger age. Now coming to when a man grows up and he needs help, that's when like you said, mental health professionals come in, and they should be encouraged more right from at school level or at workplace level to reach out to counselors or mental health professionals and just vent out their feelings from time to time. Because everyone thinks that physical health is the best. If you're looking good, if you're staying fit or whatever it is, then you're good. But what goes on here is something totally different, which needs to be addressed and which is much more significant. So, so I think in the Western world, there is no stigma. I think, everyone goes to a shrink or a psychologist and all that, and it's very normal parlance to do that. But in India, slowly the awareness is coming, and we have seen that happening. But it needs to grow in leaps and bounds.
Yeah. And also in school earlier, when I was a school-going kid, boys bullying each other or getting into a physical fight would be addressed by the teachers and maybe the principal, just to stop them and maybe even punish them. But nobody used to think about the psychology of what was going on, why these two kids got into a fight, and maybe they need a counselor's advice.
Yes.
I think
they're doing that. I think by law now, most schools do require a counselor.
Okay.
I'm not very sure how much in depth they have gone about it and the effectiveness of it. But I'm sure in many schools it has begun working, which is a healthy sign, I must say.
Because when I was a school kid, there was
there was no counselor role at all, and it would just be taken up by the respective teacher at that time. We would be admonished or whatever it is.
Yeah, and even being a girl child, I was told not to cry if I'm crying or being vulnerable and speaking up my feelings. I was considered to be weak. That's what I was told. Like, only weak people cry. You're not supposed to cry. But thankfully, I've grown up to realize that crying is a sign of strength, because that means you are expressing yourself.
Yes.
And you're not holding and bottling it all up inside
That's
you.
right. That's right.
So I think that would give our audience a lot of perspective about how they can coach their kids or even correct other parents if you do notice people telling their sons to be macho and what it really means. Thank you so much, Mr. Satyan. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you think it added some value to your day, please give it a like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you and take care.